Bodhisattvayana in relation to Theravada tradition, and also a little bit explains where Tibetan Buddhism comes from, from mainly Nalanda, Vikramashila traditions, and then studying those texts. So the texts we study, for example, in our monastic institution, they use the Prajaparamita of the Buddha, we use the 7 books of the Abhidhamma, we use the Vinaya, the Patimoksha Sutra, same thing. Very, very similar. If you read the Patimoksha Sutra in the Tibetan language, in Sanskrit, and in Pali, very, very similar. Even the stories, why a particular vow came about, the person, the place, almost the same. When we studied Vinaya for minimum of 3 years. And a few of my classmates, they also know English, so there's a few books available of the Pali tradition, they were translated into English. So he was reading in English, I was reading in English, as well as Tibetan commentaries. In the evening we used to debate together and see the differences between the different traditions. And then also you see there's a lot of things in common in that field of morality of Vinaya as well. So there are a lot of things in common, but there are also differences because the attitude, or the motivation, as you just explained, for the Bodhisattvayana and Stavakayana and Parajikayana is slightly different. So what we study then is those sutras. On top of that we study the Indian scholars, who wrote many commentaries, like this mentioned, Nagarjuna, Asanga, Bhagavika,
Vasubandhu,
there's many like that.
Nagarjuna.
So those commentaries, and then the Indian commentaries on those root texts, as well as the Tibetan commentaries. So you can imagine, it's a very rich kind of tradition, and that's probably why it also takes like 19 to 20 years to complete this. So anyway, so now I hope that you have a little bit an idea of what actually Tibetan Buddhism or the Nalanda tradition is all about, and a little bit maybe the Bodhisattva ideal and the Bodhisattvayana. And maybe it's better to have a kind of discussion. If there's any questions, then maybe we can clarify or try to clarify.